Hi everyone, yeah, Matthew, I'm currently enrolled on the one-year Master's degree in sports therapy here at Leeds Beckett. As part of our course we have to undertake a study. When I first sort of came onto the course we were asked for what ideas we wanted to look at, and to be honest at the time wasn't really sure, and it was actually due to talks from Ashley, who's due to talk later on today. He's been doing a lot of work with TMG. And something I had no background on, didn't know what it was, had no experience in using it, and it was only through sort of his enthusiasm and interest in it that sort of piqued my interest basically. So approaching him, we came up with a few ideas, and essentially due to some of the sort of questions you were asking, he knows that there was a gap in the literature with regards to whether the adipose tissue thickness and sort of specifically the fat thickness at certain sites, whether that does have an effect on the TMG outputs. So it's something that he put to me more than I brought to him, but something that we both looked at since, and we've started from there. So bit of a background on some of the other areas that are sort of relevant. It has been reported that the skin fold thickness in relation to other types of muscle measurement has been shown to have an effect. So both EMG and MMG have had studies published that have shown this, and also relevant to TMG, significant in non-voluntary muscle contraction as well. So obviously that's what we're looking at with TMG. So thought to be a limiting factor, as we sort of alluded to earlier, with the fat layer in the tissue. It's only been sort of hypothesised that it's possibly due to its poor electrical transmission properties and poor blood flow. So it is acting as sort of a barrier for the electrical stimulation from skin surface to muscle. And as I alluded to, there's nothing currently published. There was an abstract of a paper which we found, but it hadn't been published as a paper. We believe it might have been presented. So unless something's come out very recently, which I haven't seen yet. I'm not sure if either of you know of anything that's currently looking at it. So currently still in the middle of my study at the moment, so don't have anything to show you today or anything like that, but it's just to give you a bit of an idea of what we are doing. So we are using skin fold calipers. I know that there are more sort of rigorous sort of techniques for measuring the properties of the tissue, but due to ease of access, ease of use, what we had available to us, that's what we've decided to go with. And as I'll allude to at the end, it's possible that if anything is found, then obviously more sort of rigorous methods, ultrasound, things like that, or MRI, probably more accurate measurements, that possibly that's something that can be looked at in the future. We're using 30 participants in total, 15 of male and female. Predominantly, I think a lot of the research that's already out has been done in male. It's included more males, possibly due to the sports that it's been used in. A lot of studies have been done in football, obviously more male-dominated sport, but as TMG is going to be hopefully increasing in its use, we wanted to include both so that our research is hopefully more transferable to anyone using it, either in testing or future studies. So we chose the two sites are glute max, and we're doing both medial and lateral gastroc. The two muscles have been chosen due to their respective differences in anatomical adipose tissue thickness and fat distribution. So currently we're at 8 participants that have been tested. There are more who have agreed to take part that we haven't tested yet, but we are still recruiting as well. And at the end, obviously, we aim to hopefully add to the literature, provide some sort of valuable contribution, which, as I say, although skin fold calipers may not be the most rigorous form of testing, it's hopefully going to then produce something that maybe people will take on in future, maybe look at more in depth. So fortunately nothing really to show you. It's too early to we haven't really looked at any correlations or anything like that to possibly suggest what might be happening, but hopefully this time, sort of next year or any future conferences, we might have some valuable findings to report to you, and we're hoping that it might be published also, so if you don't research it, then we might be able to publish it rather than present it to you. That's it really. Thank you.